Science has discovered elements that undermine everything we've been told about how we work and how the world works.
We are more interconnected with each other at a fundamental level than people realized or previously thought.
The truth of who we are is that we are because we belong.
The basis of nature is cooperation and democracy. It's in our DNA.
We're just at the point where technology and this narrative are beginning to come together.
The science shows us that we are all connected.
Very deep connections at a very deep level.
This is the most profound discovery in all of physics.
What we do at the individual level really does affect the global environment.
We're really geared at a primordial level to feel what another person feels.
It's like we are born to be our brother's keeper. It's the way that we're wired.
This is the emergent story.
We are far grander than we've been told.
We started by asking what's wrong with the world, and we ended up discovering what's right with it.
So let's start a new conversation tonight. I know this film jars you in some ways. We can talk about anything you wish. The questions that came up in this film, what's happening in the world, how we do education, which I believe needs to be completely reinvented, and how to lead an authentic life. We're deluded into thinking that we are students when we're in college, and then the real world happens. Right? What are you going to do when you get to the real world, which is the biggest crock? There's so many crocks we could talk about tonight that you're fed, you know. But the real world, it's not a real world when you're a child and you're discovering the beauty of swimming or the intricate aesthetic quality of a leaf. Right? That's not the real world. The real world is when you get in the real world and you get a job and you get serious with your life. Another crock. Get serious with your life. Get serious with your life. What is serious to men is often very trivial in the eyes of God. What in God might appear to us as play is perhaps what he himself takes most seriously. This was said from a Christian mystic's perspective, Thomas Merton. Play is what the divine may take most seriously, but you're told, get serious with your life, stop playing. Stop playing around, stop horsing around, right? So this idea that the studentship ends, and this idea for teachers that we are to teach you and not learn from you. I have learned so much from my students. First of all, I have learned hope. I have learned to be so positive because of this young energy that is so open to change. So you are always students, and the idea that you cram it into 4 years is insane. It is insane, people, to think that you cram 4 years and you're going to, that's it. Now you go off and you be. You learn every moment with every encounter. As long as you're open with that and open to that, your life will be embossed in beauty. So again, wake up. This cultural paradigm is young. We have only schooled for a very short period of time like this. Everyone who wrote the Constitution wasn't schooled the way you're being schooled. Virtually none of them went to the schools in the system. They were virtually almost all homeschooled, from what I understand from some of my educator friends. Yes,
so
go
my
ahead.
name is Jordan Bieber.
Jordan Bieber. Wow.
Yeah.
Should we go there? Should we go there?
My brother is named Justin, and so he actually is like 30, and he's like, my last name is spelled B-E-E.
Is it really? Is your brother really named Justin Bieber?
Yeah.
Wow. Holy smokes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, I went to Marymount Manhattan College. I studied business and marketing, and I'm through with school. Basically, your film was great, and I'd like to just pick one thing that I didn't see and ask why it wasn't in the movie, although I was 15 minutes late to the screening. So, did you have thoughts about music and how music is a force, a life force, a magnetic force, and how that... one thing that I noticed was the singing of "We Shall Overcome" or something. That always I'm curious to hear your thoughts.
Yeah, no, it's beautiful. We actually had a section in about it, and it ended up coming out because it was just, it was making a point that we'd already made, and music is beautiful. You know, they believed, and this was a section that was in the movie, that the Berlin Wall, which came down, 2 or 3 decades ago, may have happened because of music, because the ideas of rock and roll got into a culture, and it gave the people different ideas about an open society. So, and music also is a resonance. A very dear friend of mine named Chris Jordan has a gong, 3 big gongs in his art studio, and those gongs create an energy and a resonance, and he believes that that is an analogous to the lives that we lead. We all create energy, and music is an energy that affects everything around it. So it simply is, the undercurrent is energy, and music is a form of energy and artistic expression. So it didn't make the movie in specific, but it certainly made the movie in ideology. So music is a beautiful way of expressing art, about dance, about life, and a form of celebration.
Yeah. All right. Thank you.
Jordan, thank you, brother. Jordan Bieber, brother Justin Bieber. Wow. So in closing, this world is not an accident that we have. I believe that the world is just. And you say, what? How can the world be just? There are people dying, there's genocide. The world is just based on how we treat each other, what we think about, and what we care about. We have exactly the world that we should have based on our behavior with each other. If you want a new world, we each individually must be born anew. This is about the personal revolution. This is not about pointing the finger out, which is so easy for us to do in our culture, young folks. It's about pointing the finger in and becoming the message. Become the message. And then when you embody the message, you don't need to go up and shake someone and say, why aren't you changing? You be the message. That's your vibration. If they change, God bless them. If they don't, you still have an energy and a resonance and an effect. And you don't know when that person may shift or not. So you only need to shift this and then share that. Get together. Create. Small, medium, or large, it all matters. You matter. It's your world. Let's create a new one. I'm out of here. Peace. Thank you.